Now, with a closer medical perspective, I'd like to welcome in addiction medicine specialist, Dr. James Besante. Dr. Besante, thank you so much for your time. First of all, just talk about what is making this new drug so dangerous.
Well, first, thanks for having me on today. So as you mentioned earlier in the piece, medetomidine is very similar to xylazine. They're both animal tranquilizers not approved for human use. We believe they're being put in the drug to extend the high, increase the high, as you also mentioned, and they make overdose more difficult to treat because they don't respond to our typical overdose reversal drug, naloxone. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't still use Narcan or naloxone on someone experiencing an overdose. You want to reverse the opioid overdose, but they still may have a large amount of an animal sedative in their system that would make them unresponsive and possibly compromise their breathing.
And do we know how people, how dealers are getting their hands on these drugs?
Well, I think a lot of people are thinking about that exact question right now. I would say that when you use the term dealer, you think of people at kind of the end of that line of production, manufacturing, transportation. These drugs are likely being incorporated at a much higher place in that chain. So the individuals selling these drugs on the street likely are not participating in the introduction of adulterants like xylazine or medetomidine into the drug supply. Most of them are not aware of what's in the drugs they're actually selling.
So I want to go back, my last question, to something that you mentioned in your first answer, the fact this new drug, this animal tranquilizer, does not respond to naloxone or Narcan because it's not an opioid. However, we know many times it's mixed with other illicit drugs, things like fentanyl, things that are opioids. So when you have two powerful drugs, one that is an opioid, one that is not, how does that work in the body? How is that reversed potentially?
Yeah, it's a great question. So right now we don't have a drug to reverse an alpha agonist, which is the type of drug these sedatives are. You'd want to provide rescue breathing. The most important thing is that you call 911, you get emergency services there. First responders will have more tools to treat the client and transport them to an emergency department for a higher level of care. So, that chain where you want to alert EMS, provide basic life support if needed, use Narcan, use rescue breathing as needed, that should all still be followed. But this increases the risk people using these drugs encounter. And I just want to make a point that these are individuals with lives, with families. Many of the clients I treat on a daily basis are incredible people. This drug does not make them zombies. They're humans experiencing a chronic disease, and this drug might impact their ability to communicate effectively when they're intoxicated. But I want to really steer away from using dehumanizing language like zombie.
That's such a very important reminder there. Addiction specialist, Dr. James Besante, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.